You know, I wish I could start this video by saying I've always been the disciplined, focused, gym loving, hardworking guy that I am today and always trying to be. But let's be honest, for most of my life, I was the same as every other distracted young guy. My eyes were glued to a screen, scrolling for hours and telling myself, you know what? I'll start tomorrow. Yes, that's what I've been saying. And do you know what's the sad part? The sad part is that I genuinely believed my own lies. Every night I'd make the same little promise to myself, saying, tomorrow I'll transform. Tomorrow I'll stop wasting time. Tomorrow I'll become the version of me who deserves the life I fantasize about. These kind of things. And then tomorrow would show up and I'd begin my day by checking my phone, scrolling reels on Instagram, watching useless videos, convincing myself that the day was already ruined because I woke up maybe a little bit late. So I'd start again tomorrow and the circle would go on and on and on. But let me tell you something, your life doesn't get ruined all at once. It gets ruined habit by habit, those micro decisions, those little behaviors that seem harmless but slowly corrode your identity as a man. And today I want to break down those habits that destroyed me, like absolutely fucked my mental health, my confidence, and my potentials. And more importantly, I'll share how I broke them because if you're listening to this, you're probably fighting the same battles that I had. And I'm telling you right now, the man you want to become is on the other side of these habits. Let's start with the first one, which is the biggest villain in every man's life. Instant gratifications, those dopamine overloads. I was addicted to stimulation. My brain was like a toddler on espresso shot. The moment I woke up, I'd reach for my phone like it was some kind of support machine. And if that phone was across the room, I'd literally crawl across my bed like some lazy soldier in a war against his own comfort. I drown myself in dopamine of YouTube videos, short form content on Instagram, browsing random drama, gaming all day, literally all day. And you know what's the worst part is? I thought this was normal. Like, I really thought this was normal. I thought everyone lived like this, so I didn't see the damage I was doing to myself. But the truth that nobody would ever teach you is a man who overstimulates himself becomes a numb to the world. He becomes passive. He loses ambition because his brain is already rewarded before he does anything meaningful. Breaking this habit felt like detoxing from a drug. Like literally, I literally withdraw symptoms, boredom, agitation, that weird urge to just check something. Do you know what's the cure? It's just complete silence, stillness, and empty space. At first, it felt uncomfortable, like sitting alone with a stranger, but that stranger was me, and I had avoided him for years. Which leads us to the second habit, and it's avoiding difficult things. Yes, like I used to run from discomfort like it was a wild animal. Like something hard for me to do, I'll be like, no, thank you. A task I didn't understand, I'll be like, I'll figure it out later. Homework? Nah, tomorrow or never. Gym? Tomorrow, next week. The habit of avoiding hard things is sneaky because it forms itself as being logical. Oh, I'm not lazy, I'm just planning. No, you're not planning, you're hiding. And here's what I learned. Comfort is a cage. It's warm, it's padded, but it's still a cage. When I finally forced myself into discomfort, like taking cold showers, lifting heavy weights, having awkward conversations, sitting alone without distractions, I felt something I hadn't felt in years, which is feeling alive. Like I felt alive for the first time. And what's the secret? It's just you don't have to wait for courage. Don't wait to not feel fear. Do the thing while being scared. That's what grows you. That's what makes you a strong-minded man. And the third habit would be consuming instead of creating. This one hit me so hard I actually got a bit emotional. I spent years watching other men live their lives, other men vlogging, other men grinding, other men getting stronger, other men leveling up. Like, I've been watching them for hours and hours. People building their life, the life that I wanted. It's like sitting in a gym lobby watching people work out and telling yourself that it's the same thing as training. I forgot that I had a life to build. I forgot that I had potential of my own. The day I broke this habit was the day I decided I don't want to just consume inspiration. I want to become the type of man who inspires as well. I started just by doing small things like writing my thoughts, recording voice notes, making tiny pieces of content, going to the gym with intention, and taking responsibility for my actions and my environment. It's crazy how fast a man transforms when he stops constantly feeding from the world and starts contributing to it. And the next habit will be low standards. These habits, like specifically this, it destroys more men than bad friends or bad relationships ever could. Low standards for your body, low standards for your sleep, low standards for your discipline, low standards for your ambitions, low standards for your relationship. The worst thing is you don't notice your standards dropping. It happens slowly. One skipped workout becomes two. One lazy Dan becomes a lazy mouth. One bad habit becomes your entire personality. What freed me from this was simple. I raised my standards to a level of a man I wanted to become, not the man I currently am. Your current self will drag you back into comfort, for sure. Your future self, though, will pull you out. Choose who you listen to. And I don't say that lightly. Breaking these habits didn't just improve my productivity, it rebuilt my confidence. It fixed my energy. It gave me purpose. When you stripe away the cheap sources of pleasure, the comfort, addictions, the excuses, what you're left with is something incredibly powerful. A man with clarity, a man who knows what he wants, a man who is capable of achieving it. And do you know what's the funny part? Is that when you become that man, people will start noticing it. Your family will start noticing it. Your friends. And your old self notices. And he gets jealous. If any part of this video made you uncomfortable, then that's good. That's the point. That's the goal. It means you're honest enough to see a little bit of yourself in what I said. These habits, like, really ruined my life. Not dramatically, not in one crash, but slowly, quietly, day by day. And if you're not careful, they ruin yours too. But do you know what's the good news though? Is that you can break them. You can restart. You can redefine yourself. You can become the man you were meant to be. All you need is a decision, a real decision. Not I'll start tomorrow. Not I just need to fix my schedule. Not I need motivation. No, a decision to rise. And once you make it, your old life won't stand a chance. I promise you that.